Hi everyone, Aquarian Humanitarian here. If you're new to this channel, we have been putting out self-development videos related to mental health, consciousness, soul mission, soul purpose that would help you ascend to the new 5D Earth. And I apologize again for not having my camera on. I tried for hours and I still couldn't get it to work. But today we will talk about I Am Kamalayan movement. So, with that said, I want to welcome Sir Tato Malay, who is the founder of this movement. Kamalayan means consciousness. Welcome, Sir Tato, and thank you for being here again to share your knowledge and discuss your movement.
Yes, thank you, and really, I'm very, very grateful that we have this podcast regularly now, and at least we are now making it really a thing that we have to now keep, especially now during these times when people are asking a lot of questions and somehow they don't know where to go to for answers. And here we are providing the kind of answers that they would like or that would really be relevant to their questions.
Exactly.
So, with that, well, since you already mentioned that we will be talking about the I Am Kamalian movement,
Mhm.
yes, I started that movement a long time ago, more than at least more than 15 years or maybe 20 years ago. I started it in Baguio City, and somehow uh, I just made it in terms of, well, the movement's um, presence, a thing that would not exactly be imposing on people that they have to attend regular meetings or attend sessions or to take part in any of our, I would say, activities. So I actually just considered having the name I Am Kamalaya movement because I couldn't think of any other name for what I'm doing that will not entail me to have it be registered in the SEC or I mean in DTI or the Secretary of I don't know it's Trade uh, Department of Trade rather. So I said, why not just create a movement? At least a movement is informal. It's not something I would say a business that would entail a lot of licenses for me to be able to carry my mission in terms of what I'm doing. So I just put no movement. At least whenever I mention it, I don't get into trouble with the law because there's nothing really required of me when I say I am Kamalayan is a movement. But then
Mhm.
again, all right, when you actually hear the word movement, you always would think of a lot of people really massing out in terms of, well, gathering, having people participate in whatever activity we would see. So usually that's how we actually know or what we actually think of the word movement. And somehow there's a cause, there's a mission or a an advocacy for that movement to exist. And somehow I said, okay, I think really, I mean, all these things are present in the name I Am Kamalayan movement, the advocacy, uh, the mission, I mean, the I would say the kind of operation that I would do to make it be relevant to people. But one thing that really did not make me commit to having regular members is that I didn't want to impose on people that they have to report every now and then so that they would actually get to be listening or learning about what's going on with the I Am Kamalayan movement. So I never imposed that. But I had a lot of, I would say, people who got to learn about Kamalayan through that kind of a movement in a way. Well, movement in terms of, well, moving. Kasi talagang I went out, I really reached out to people by doing seminars, by going to different cafes to really talk to a lot of people. And so somehow the movement was there. But making them regular members, I did not impose on that. I mean, not until last night when I was about to go to sleep. And somehow there was this voice telling me, why are you not activating your I Am Kamalayan movement? And I said, well, it's there. It's ongoing. No, parang ganun, no? Parang somebody was talking to me. You have now to really go out and tell people that they have to become regular members. What? Why would I impose on that? It's time to awaken them through your movement. Now is the time for that movement to be able to be active in terms of what its mission is. Sabi ko, oh nga, no? With what's going on, ito na nga talaga kailangan ng tao because everyone is now asking questions. What's going on? What's going to happen to us? And here we are. We have the answers, but we're not able to really provide them to every Filipino, or for that matter, any citizen, individual who would like to look for answers. And we have the answers. That's the thing with us. I mean, you and I had been always talking and writing about what's supposed to be going on, what we're supposed to be doing in terms of the changes that we need to do in terms of our consciousness. And so I said, okay, now is really not the time to do that. And somehow I didn't really, or rather, I wasn't really aware of it until when I really looked at what's going on in the news, and I said, my God, oh nga, no? Everyone now is problematic. Not only Filipinos, Americans, Iranians, but all over the world. That's why I was able to write this blog, this article this morning. I Am Kamalayan movement, awakening the global community. It's global. Remember, I mean, anyone who are now able to listen to us through our YouTube videos are able to listen to what we're trying to tell them. And it's international, it's global. So practically, we have now that kind of a momentum in terms of why we can actually do it. Now, the thing here is, all right, so we had been doing Kamalayan Cafe sessions where we ask people who would be interested to join us every other Friday. And so parang ganun lang ang nangyayari. No? I mean, that's what we've been doing for almost two years together since we started. No? And you started, actually, you came at the right time. I mean, you came in after on the second day, on the second week of the launching, after the launching of the original day, when we actually held it at the SM Coffee Bean and Tea Leaf in North Edge. So later, after that, you were introduced to me by a friend, and somehow you stayed. Practically, you're the only one who really stayed up to now. I mean, with the I Am Kamalayan group, with the Kamalayan Cafe session. I said, okay, there's someone with me now who is actually a very, I would say, intelligent person who would really be able to help me talk about what we need to talk about. And somehow, hindi ako nag-iisa. Kasi dati parang ako lang naman nag-iisa. Kaya sabi ko, wala akong pressure dito. So nobody would really get to be stressed because ako lang ito. Tsaka yung kung sino naman ang gustong makinig sa akin. But now, since sabi ko, I might as well make use of these people who are regularly now attending our Kamalayan movement. No? So, eto na. So, I will, sabi ko, I will, the next time we get to talk, I will already propose that this I Am Kamalayan movement is going to really be a real movement where we will really get regular members who will really be part of our activities every now and then on a regular basis. And we will have leaders. We will create leaders. We already are now seeing sila Lexi and si Dang as our, I would say, potential leaders in terms of helping us out. And sila Glessy, dun sa mga senior citizens group sila, whatever. So, as I've been analyzing all these things that had been happening in the Kamalayan Cafe sessions, okay, we attracted people like Philip Ecasiano, who is now also attending regularly. And he has also a book. So sabi ko, hindi tayo basta-basta na nag-create lang ng movement na walang i-offer. We have a lot of things to offer because we are all, especially the three of us, we're book authors. And somehow, with the knowledge that we have, with the books that we have written, that's wow. A lot of information that a lot of people need to learn now. And here we are. Well, we're just keeping it to ourselves. And yun na nga, parang sinabi sa akin, why don't you now expose your books to everyone? And yun na nga, parang create a school. It's not exactly a school in terms of, well, you have a building, but through your Kamalayan Cash sessions. Parang ganun na sinabi sa akin, you're doing it already now. All you have to do is just make some adjustments and have a portion na parang study group talaga based on your books. So people will know exactly that they're following a syllabus or a curriculum. Parang lifelong learning na nga. So sabi ko, oh, nga, no? I mean, that should be the case now. So that's what I'm now trying. I'm surprising. Siguro nasusurprise si Jane now because somehow parang she's listening to it for the first time that I'm, sharing it here. Na I'm putting her on a spot now. Okay, now, on all your books, we have to now create a real, I would say, activity in terms of, well, what can you teach with any of your book that you want to share? Kasi you cannot teach someone all the books at once. Isa-isa tayo. Siguro, ako, one book from me, one book from Philip, one book from you. Tapos, we ask them as to ito ang mga pwede nating pag-usapan and study. And so, what do you need to, what do you have to, what do you want now to learn? Now, the thing is, okay, sasabihin nila, we don't have the books. And so now, we will really create the books. That's why, sabi ko nga, that's why siguro nga parang it fell into its proper time and place when I was able to talk to Rommel about, having books printed physically. And somehow parang sabi niya, it's easy lang. I mean, I'll actually give you the name of the head of this publication or publishing house. And sabi ko, sige. So maybe Jane can talk to them or to her or whoever. Sabi niya, I'll create a group chat for you. So yun. So I think you started already communicating. No? I don't know if she already started communicating with you as well. But now the thing is, we have to really now be able to share what we know, what we have actually written in terms of what is relevant, that's really needed now for people to understand, for them to be able to become, well, I would say, abreast as to what's going on now in their lives as to how they'll be able to adjust and change practically their lives to the change of consciousness that we are now uh, really developing or really trying to make people be aware of in terms of what's really needed for this new earth to appear altogether now. So, yun ang kwan ko. Now the thing is, all right, we need to siguro look for investors to really finance our books because it's kind of expensive to really have it printed, no? So if we can really look for financiers to invest in us, because yun na nga, it's not an easy thing to do. It entails a lot of expenses so that our books will be available to the public. So I think that's what we need to talk about, katayan nila Philip later on. Now the thing is, I'm so excited now. I got so excited about this because sabi ko nga, kasi I've written 5 books, 6 books. People don't really know about it because every time I talk about PDF or ebook, Filipinos, I don't think are really appreciative of the new kind of technology when it comes to books. Parang sa kanila, parang gusto nila physical books pa rin. So sabi ko, well, okay, siguro we just need a few books to be printed. Kasi kung, for example, if this thing with the publishing house that Romel recommended to us, we can only print a sizable amount wherein we can recover the budget that we had spent or our investor had spent after maybe promoting it, and then somehow pag naubos na yun, so we get the budget back, and then somehow we can roll it back again to print a new set of books again. Para lang hindi tayo nalulugi, hindi nalulugi yung investors natin. So I think that's one way of really making it viable for them. Now, I have done it before. I used to have an investor, and she really gave me the money to invest in the publishing of my books. And ang problema ko, hindi ako business-minded. I'm more of, I'm more into my advocacy. And so my books got sold out. In other words, balik yung pera. Pero nagastos ko in some ways because I needed funds also to finance my seminars, to finance my travels to different parts. So sabi ko, sayang din, naubos din. Kaya lang sabi ko, na-mismanage ko siguro yung funds because I never really knew how to audit everything, incoming money or whatever. So I needed someone to really understand the whole thing about the business of really publishing or distributing books. And sabi ko, teka muna, naalala ko, si Jane is a CPA, I would say, accountant, and sabi ko, I think you have the knowledge in terms of this business. Baka naman you can really be our business manager now. All we need to do now is look for investors and somehow you run it as a business, because if it's not going to be run like as a business, I mean, wala malulugi eh. But if there's someone really who's looking into everything that's, selling and what's being spent or saan bumabalik yung pera, and somehow parang may record of it. So everything is properly, I would say, documented. So I need someone like that. I mean, a partner for that matter. Ako talagang advocacy lang talaga eh. I had done a lot of big projects. Wala ako kinita. Kasi nga, hindi ako marunong mag ng business, na I had basic ideas, grand ideas, but when everything was already happening, naiisahan ako ng mga kasama ko. Sila yung kumikita, ako hindi. Sabi ko, parang teka muna, parang hindi naman ako nagrereklamo talaga, but somehow parang sabi ko, well, it was viable pala talaga. Pwede naman pala mangyari. All I needed to have is someone who can really manage everything properly. So I don't know if you will be willing to be that person, or we have to look for another person to become that seer in terms of our operations. Kasi ina nga, a movement is, kasi I already had it registered before, this I Am Kamalayan movement, when we were still in Baguio. But again, as I've said, I mean, my partner, si Albert, we were not business-minded. So somehow parang wala lang. We didn't do reports that SEC required us to do. We never really bothered to really create that kind of a, I would say, report. And our registration was canceled. Sayang nga, nandun na talaga siya with proper documentation, with proper documents. But now, I think it's high time to do it again, because this is the time now we need that we have to be able to step up our activities in terms of what we're doing. All right. Sabi ko nga, kaya lang, I don't know how committed you will be, I mean, other people, because sabi ko nga, I understand, like ikaw, Jane, you're really with more of your advocacy also, like you'll be Vipassana. So, hindi kita mapoforce din dito. But again, if you will accept, why not? I mean, but if not, I'll still be looking for partners, which I've been doing, no? I've been talking to a lot of people. Akala ko okay na kami. Like this friend of ours ni Philip, na nag-usap na kami, si Celso. So, I thought, sabi niya, sige, and he was the right person also to do it, because he used to do it talaga for the movies. Is into the operations of and the finance aspect of the movie industry. Mukhang nawala eh. I don't know what happened to him. I never got to hear from him again. Somehow, sabi ko, siguro kasi talaga pag hindi kasi kapareho ng advocacy mo, I mean, if you don't really are not into Kamalayan, I mean, sa kanila, it's business in terms of money. That's all they want, return of investments. And so sabi ko, I cannot force them as well. So I understand naman. So I'll keep on looking na lang for whoever. But at least in terms of teaching, nandito na tayo, no problem. Nandiyan ka, si Philip, ako. So we can already mount it. So that's what now I am putting on the table now. My plans for the I Am Kamalayan movement, because it's big. I know it's big. We can go nationwide. We can go really traveling, putting up chapters. I Am Kamalayan Bicol, I Am Kamalayan Davao, I Am Kamalayan in a chapter in Cebu. We will appoint leaders there, because wala na tayo masyadong overhead. We will not put up a building. We will not. All we need to do is just meet in a cafe. Ayun lang yun tayo. Sige. Kasi the cafe had been instrumental in terms of what we are now doing. No? And it provides someone the kind of environment that we need for our activities. So we can hold seminars in some restaurants or hotels later on. Pero regular meetings lang, I mean, cafes would suffice. So I think that's what we can do. And somehow, I think this thing that I got to really, I would say, download. This was downloaded to me last night. Somehow, parang okay, now is the time to be active, to act on it, and present it now to people concerned, especially first with group members now who are regularly attending our I Am Kamalayan movement. And so, with that, I am able to see exactly. I have the vision already, which I have been doing. I have already seminars that can be mounted I actually siguro would give the seminars for free, but we can sell our books. And so that will now be siguro the kind of ano. Kasi okay, yung books kasi, okay, physical books, we don't really need a lot of them. Because with people who cannot really, uh, well, there are people naman talaga who are also into e-books as well. So wala problema. Kasi the moment we get to 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 promote our books, we can always say, look for Amazon because our books are there. Ako, my book is still there. I am my yung lessons I never learned in school still being sold in Amazon. Although I'm not earning from it because somehow somebody helped me do it, and I got lost. I mean, I lost connection with this person already, and I don't know how to get the kind of I would say um, feedback from Amazon. No? I've been trying to, but then again, it was not under my name, so it was registered in another's name. So, for example, okay, maybe it's the same thing that will happen again to me because, as I've said, I'm not into that kind of business. So, maybe, kunyari, ikaw, uh, Jane, if you will be the one on top of it, of the business aspect, it will be under your company, put up a company, and then altogether it's all under your name. We will just we can even be not your partner. I mean, if you will agree also. I mean, ako naman, ano lang ako talaga. I mean, I'm happy with some royalties, whatever. Pero yung recovery of everything, no problem with it. Balik lahat sa iyo. And ano, I understand naman the intricacies of business. But sa akin, the percentage lang of my royalties para lang may pangbayad lang ako sa ilaw ko at saka sa tubig, okay na yun. And some food, whatever. But I'm not into really making money out of it. But again, it can make a lot of money if it is being done properly. And doon ako wala nga kon. So I need people like professional help from you to really become part of the organization. So that's what exactly I'm proposing. Seminars, talks. I mean, ang laki ng market. Okay, like your books, OFW, ang laki niyan worldwide. We give talks, seminars to OFWs, and you sell them your books and my books as well. I mean, the market is there, no problem. I mean, to sustain our existence in our army operations. OFWs. Ako naman, the ones who would like to become stars or celebrities or performers. Ang dami rin yan. I mean, I've created a book called, I wrote a book from unknown to unforgettable, a path to stardom. But yun nga, it's all about kamalayan pa rin, using your consciousness to become a star. So marami yung market. We can get celebrity members as a result of that. So I will give seminars on that as well. Tapos athletes. I've written a book entitled The Kamalayan Mindset of a Champion. Kamalayan Mindset of Champions. The divine spark needed. I mean, I forgot the entire title. Parang, nga, the Kamalayan Mindset of Champions, using the divine in us, or the God in us, because people, they're skilled in terms of what they do, in terms of their sport. Every time they compete, I notice that they always pray. They always do the sign of the cross, or they look up, they pray, or look down, and have some moments with God in terms of what they want to happen. No? They pray for success. They want to win. Okay, but many of them, instead of really making them win, they actually lose. Why? Because they don't know how to pray properly. They don't know the right way of really using the kind of, I would say, concept, the alignment needed to become one with the one that they're praying to or talking to. Somehow parang there's this separation. God is up there. Kaya nga, many of them always would look up and, acknowledge the God up there. And I'm here. So what we understand about that is, yun na nga, sana tulungan ako ng Diyos. Ganun ang dating. But if they understand exactly that God is within us, God is inside us, it empowers you. And somehow parang it gives you the kind of, I would say, uh, momentum. You are playing what we call in every sport, in the zone or in the flow. Because parang you don't think anymore. You just let it be, you let it go, and somehow, sabi nga ni Jesus, it is not me who does the work, but the Father in me. So it's still the Father who does it, it's God who does it for us, but through us, not just, parang making something, giving us or creating a miracle na para manalo ka o matalo yung kalaban mo. Ganun lang iniisip ng karamihan. And so with the kind of book that I had written, it would explain to them how this prayer thing actually works in our life. And so it's all about consciousness pa rin. Somehow, all my books, iba-iba lang ang concept. Like ako naman, another one that I have written is Love and Relationships in the 21st Century, but still about consciousness. People fall in love for the wrong reasons. And somehow parang they don't understand why, they thought they were going to be happily married forever, and then they discover that everything will fall apart later on because they don't understand who they are. It's all really about understanding who we are. And somehow this, with all the things that we've written and with all the kind of, I would say, relevance in terms of what our consciousness is all about in terms of who we are, this is exactly what we need in this changing world. Tayo ang lalabas dito na the only school that teaches the right subjects. Na hindi pa nga tayo school, pero basically we're the ones really teaching the right subjects to teach. Anyway, so I think I've said a lot. I don't know, maybe I need to hear from you as to what the kind of feedback you would like to give, whatever.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Kala ko na wala kasi.
No, I'm here. I'm taking notes.
Okay. All right. Anyway, so this is para brainstorming live. In other words, kasi nga sabi ko, I need to talk to you about this as well. Kasi sabi ko, it's about time that we need to really be professional already about what we're doing. Although we're not exactly saying we're unprofessional. We are really professional in terms of what we've been doing for the past years. So, but we have to, and then parang step up the ladder.
Okay, so
Yeah,
let me just,
okay.
I have a couple of points that I wanted to mention that I've written. So first of all, I think we need a person who will market, not somebody, because the bookkeeping, the accounting part, that's easy. I think what we need is somebody who will market. If you're
Okay.
looking into the business side, but you're not,
Okay.
if you're going that way, you're gonna have to register with
okay.
SEC because
Uh,
you're generating income. You have to they
Exactly.
tax for it. So for me, I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't have the capacity to do it. So I'm not gonna be the right person to help you with that. Um, another thing is I'm really like you, I'm really not focused on generating income from the books that I wrote. It's actually my gift to humanity, and that's the reason
And
why I use the Amazon so that whoever needs it, just order from them, and Amazon will take care of the logistics. So I don't have to worry about it because my focus is writing and whatever it is that's downloaded to me, and all the other missions that um, I had to, oversee. So that's
yeah,
one point that I wanted to mention. Also wanted to say that, for people who are listening right now, it is really, really, um, important that you understand what is going on right now. You need to, I know that everybody's busy. They're just, wanting to do their job, make money, pay bills. They don't even have any more time to think about other things outside of work. But you really need to stop this time. You really need to stop and think about what's going on because there's going to be a big transition and you don't want to miss that huge transition. That big shift that is happening right now is very, very important. You will miss it if you're not paying attention because you're not working on the stuff that you need to be working on to be able uh, to be able to get to the proper frequency and align
yeah,
yourself to the 5D new earth. So this is the reason why it's very critical right now that you get involved. I mean, we're not saying, we're not saying you just join us. No, we're not saying that. Like whoever you resonate with, do something. At least do something. Um, what else would I want to say? So because the vibration of earth is rising, and anybody who's not in alignment with the high vibration is going to go and continue their path to the old earth. So if you enjoy hell on earth, that would be the old earth. If you want to create heaven and earth with us, you're going to have to raise your vibration, and we are already
exactly.
in 5D new earth. Okay, it's not a physical location, it's your consciousness, it's your frequency vibration. All right, that's another point that I wanted to say. What came to mind, Sir Tato, when you were talking about this Kamalayan movement? Um, maybe we can open it up to other people outside of
Yeah,
your
yeah,
local
that's exactly.
area. So the other thing that would be an option, if there are people um, that are showing interest, then to we would have to think about YouTube Live or doing Zoom. Um, and if it gets big enough, then we're gonna have to have leaders that will facilitate whatever it is that
Yeah,
needs to be facilitated. So that's another key point that I made a note on. And also the other thing, when you're very active in Facebook, so you're posting all the time, you're informing people what are the kind of things that you want to discuss on your Kamalayan session that happens every other Friday. What the other thing that I would just want to recommend and add, you have a lot of followers, and maybe what you can do is ask them, engage with your followers. Ask
yeah.
them what
Actually,
would be the topic that they would like to talk about and make sure they come. If that's what they want to talk about, then they should come. But
yeah, yeah,
with them, engage with them and ask them what would be the topic. It's not
yeah.
you that's going to dictate. You already know everything, but what are the needs? And then you provide the
And
solution.
actually, okay, I'll just interrupt for that because I might forget.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's what I do. Normally, I ask people, what do you want to talk about? I mean, somehow, ganun nangyayari, no? But again, maybe at, because this is what I used to do also before. I mean, before we really start the study group, that's what we do. I mean, what do you want to talk about? And so, we talk about other things first. But then again, before we end the actual session, we actually allot some time to really study a part, maybe a chapter or a page from a certain book. Yun lang naman ang ginagawa namin. Para lang masabi na, kasi sometimes they don't know what to expect and they don't know what to expect from Kamalayan. But if we tell them that we get to have this topic for today na i-introduce namin sa inyo, and somehow they feel, oo nga no, buti na lang nag-attend ako kasi hindi ko alam yan. I mean, like for example, sila Glercy, I mean, they will always say they're learning a lot of new things from us. Every time I ask them, what do you want to know about? I mean, what do you want to learn? Wala lang sila. Pero nung pag nag-uusap na tayo kung saan sana napupunta yung discussion natin, and they are able to really appreciate what they listen, what they are hearing. So I think nandiyan na tayo. I mean, no problem with that. Anyway, so I'm sorry. Continue, please.
Okay. All right. So the other point that I noted is that ask your followers. Okay, so in one of your Facebook posts, maybe you can introduce them to each book, one book at a time, and see and ask them, would you be interested in purchasing this? Like taking pre-order for books.
Pre-order
Because,
nga. Ganun nga.
because
I was thinking of that, pre-order, because otherwise you won't know how many to print.
exactly.
Sayang.
So what you can do is, introduce all the books in our Kamalayan movement, and then give them the, probably like the chapter page, and just for them to get an idea of what that is about, and probably the cover page, the back cover page of the book, which tells everyone basically what the book is about in summary. So, like, introduce them to all the books, your books, my books, Sarah Phillips' book, and then ask them and who would be interested in this. And that's how we can find out. Because if we can negotiate with the publishing company um, uh, in regards to printing, then that would be a
Pre-order.
problem.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, so we'll do a pre-order. Maybe you can get that post going, within this week or next week. And
Wow.
also, one last point that I have on here, I don't see I don't see printing books as a prerequisite. I feel that, we move forward with the momentum. We keep doing what we're doing. The every Tuesday talk, your every other day, every other Friday, Kamalayan. But don't focus on the printing of the books, because if somebody is interested in learning Kamalayan, it doesn't matter if it's an actual book or if it's a PDF. The information is there. The problem that I'm finding is people are not ready yet. Let's face it.
Exactly.
People are not ready yet.
Exactly.
But
Okay.
I'm hoping that, with you introducing the information, valuable information from all the books that we have written, they'll open up their eyes, and because they don't know what they don't know, right? They don't know what's in.
Right.
You just have the title, but if you can, like, spend a little more time to talk about why they should read that. What do they know? How will this book help them with what's going on right now? Why is that critical?
Yeah.
Something like that. And I can do something like that on my books too. And then, we can figure out, because it's so hard right now. Like, I got the email from the publishing company. I'm going to review it. I think I got it today. So I haven't really looked at it, and I don't know what their requirements are. But these publishing company, they require um, a set number of books. I just don't know what that number is right now. But
I don't
if
think they
we,
have a set number. I asked Romel about that. Sabi niya, walang requirement. You can just say
oh,
anything, any number.
okay, because
I don't know.
that's not
I don't know
the
from,
that's usually not the protocol. I mean, from the publishing company that I
not all publishing companies do that. I mean, except
no,
for
no,
this, sabi
no.
ko,
Yeah, because they would require a number of books because
but this one,
they need to
no,
set it
doesn't.
up. Okay.
Kaya sabi ko ba, okay ito ah. Sabi ko, let's see. I mean, I don't know. I would want si Jane to talk to the publisher para lang, they would really know what is really supposed to be the deal.
Yeah,
Kasi Romel,
because
according to him,
mhm. Okay. All right.
except for the ano lang ang talaga, I think what he paid for was yung tiers, yung package, kung package 1, package 2. And then you just pay one time, ganun. Tapos yung set of books that will be created will depend on how many you'll order na later on.
Yeah.
Parang ganun yata. Okay, anyway. So I mean, let you talk to him. I mean, you talk to her. I think it's proper. It's right. It's siguro important to really know exactly. Kasi I don't know if baka binigyan lang si Romel ng exception eh.
Yeah, we'll see. I'll review it later and see what they say. But yeah, that's one of
Anyway,
the things that's concerns me
okay.
because usually
Anyway,
it takes
yeah. What? Takes what?
usually they require a minimum order per book.
That's exactly what I know also. Pero
Yeah.
I think with what I heard from Romel, sabi ko, okay ito ah. Kaya sabi ko, can we have a meet? I mean, can we have a group chat or
But we
whatever?
can also negotiate because there's plenty of books. Like I have 5, you have 5, Sir Philip has
Philip has
3.
3. Oo, kaya
So if
sabi
they
ko,
can print
pwede.
all of those, on our behalf, then
Yeah,
that would be good.
magiging regular yun. And okay, all right. I'll tell you exactly now how or my experience before when I had my books inside the bookstores. All right. With Amazon kasi parang I don't get feedback. I mean, nothing. With the with National Bookstore, with other bookstores as well, like Bully Book, I had phone calls from people talagang asking me to be to help them out. Like one time, okay, I don't know if you know Noy Volante. Noy Volante is one of our top singers in the land. It's a stage performance. Well, I got to meet him and was offered to manage his career because his dad saw my book in National Bookstore and he read it. And he said, I want you to come to our house, meet my son, Noe Volante, and manage him because I think you're the perfect person to do it. Gumanon. So sabi ko, okay. Kasi, I mean, out of the blue, biglang may gaganon sa'yo. Ano? I mean, somehow, I don't know the person nga, but again, the person trusted me because of what he read in my book. And so somehow, I got to really get this kind of important, I would say, negotiations as a result of the book being available for browsing dun sa those places. And so, sabi ko, I think I need physical books na talaga again dito sa na ito. Kasi with my present setup now, which is just Amazon, wala namatay yung book ko eh. Sabi ko sayang. I book before was selling very well, and then when it was in Amazon, nobody actually talks about it. Nobody wants to buy it. Nobody, no. I mean, I always promote it naman. Kaya lang parang it doesn't create that kind of fun. Kaya, for example, like, there was this even one girl from Assumption College who was looking for a book for her thesis, and she found my book. And yun na nga, yun ang ginamit ng reference talaga. Tapos, my book is available in all the bookstores in Amazon, in all over the Philippines as a result of the publisher that I dealt with before. I had my books in Ateneo, LaSalle, UST, UP, talaga the best schools up to now. It's all there. Kaya pag check ko yung line of books, I look for my name, it's there. Sabi ko ba, I have that distinction of really being a book author talaga na highly regarded in terms of the presence of my books in their libraries. And not only that, in I don't know, in New York, I have a book inside a university where I don't know if you know her or remember her, the first Supreme Court Lady Justice graduated that university. And I looked at the library, when I looked for the library and looked for my book there, nandoon yung title at book ko at pangalan ko. Basta sabi ko talagang, ang galing, ang ganda ng kwan. Talagang sabi ko, we need that physical presence of the book pa rin talaga to be able to reach out to all these big schools all over the world. I have one in Singapore, one university, and one in, forgot the other one, anong country on. I don't know if for India or Indonesia or whatever. All because of my publisher. Because my publisher has connections with all those libraries. Because libraries in schools, they actually buy books yearly from the book fairs. I know they attend talaga the book fairs kasi when I was in Assumption College, our librarian would ask me to be the one to go to the book fairs to recommend titles for what to buy or books to buy. Sabi ko, talagang, so they need new books palagi. And they, siguro, one way of being now present, our books present in terms of what we have written, it has to have a physical book so that it can be distributed to the libraries in all these top schools that we have right now. And I think that's how we can penetrate these schools. Because, talagang, they use it for reference. Wala sila makukuhang iba eh. Sabi nung isang, yung girl na student who actually used my book, I researched everywhere for this kind of book that I needed. Talk about this kind of communication, transformative communication. And it was only your book that had the answers to my questions. And I was able to use all of them in my own. And even my cousin, who was from UP, a dean at that, in graduate school, he was helping out one of their graduate students do their dissertation in their doctoral thesis. Doctoral to And then, nakita niya reference, Malay. Kato Malay. Sabi, pinsan ko to eh. Why are you using his, And then he noticed that it came from my book. Sabi ko, see, doctoral PhD. And they're using the concepts that I have written in my book. So this is how we reach out to these people now. It's all needed now, especially schools need the kind of information that we have created, we have written. Hindi ito, hindi ito wishful thinking. Nagawa ko na eh. It's all there. And I had the experience of already being cited for them using my book. In LaSalle, another dean, another professor, graduate school, used my book as part of his syllabus in terms of what he was teaching. Imagine Lasal yan. And so ano pa? San Beda College. I mean, the teachers there. I mean, nakakatuwa nga eh. You know, I've been talking about Kamalayan to mga doctoral or deans of different universities, talking about what I've written in my books. And then later on, they would find out that I never graduated pala from college. See, I mean, sabi ko, why? I mean, I had written something that you don't really want to teach, but now it's supposed to be learned by people now, especially our students. Somehow parang still are not comfortable with the concept of consciousness. But now, wala na. It's all there being talked about. It cannot be ignored anymore. So we have the proper materials, and all we need to do is to have the kind of publishing company. I can help in marketing them because when I did my own marketing, all all the publisher did naman was to put it out in all the bookstores that are available there. I mean, not in every bookstore, but in top bookstores like National and Golden Book. And somehow it got noticed, and I got the kind of following. Kaya sabi ko, I need to go back to that again, having the physical books present again. Kasi yung e-book, hindi kasi sila ganun. Kasi in schools, I mean, yeah, digital na sila, on pa rin, but they still first look at the physical book before they transform it into digital content doon sa
Okay.
sa library nila.
All right. So it's over an hour. I wanted to
Okay, overtime na
see if
pala tayo.
yeah, but before I end it, I want to use this opportunity to maybe mention all the book titles, all of your book titles before we end, and I'll do the same so that people will have an idea. Can you do that?
Okay. Okay. Number one, the first book that I wrote was a book that I co-wrote with someone. It's called Transformative Communication, but it's not available anymore because again, the publisher died the publisher of the publishing company, the owner, died before my book was launched. But ang maganda noon was, as I've said, she put it out in all the regular bookstores, and not only that, had it distributed sa mga connections nila in all schools and even the libraries abroad. So
Okay.
somehow they have connections. Tapos, okay, I have transformative communication. I have lessons I never learned in school. I have the next one I did was the third book I did was actually now I did a new form, a new edition of it. It used to be called 7 Universal Principles on How to Become an Entertainment Celebrity. That's how I got to meet yung father ni Neo Volante, who wanted me to manage the career of Neo Volante. He's a big star now. But again, as I've said, I wouldn't have been able to meet him if not for my book that was just, displayed in one of the bookstores that you went to. Anyway, so another book that I did was relationships, love and relationships in the 21st century. Another one is the Galactic Testament. It talks about, our cosmic origins. And then another one is from unforgettable, from unknown to unforgettable, a path to stardom. And the other one is the mindset, Kamalayan mindset of champions. And yeah, those are the books that I've written so far.
Okay.
But they're
So-
all under the umbrella, Kamalayan. Consciousness lahat yun. Kaya parang sequel lang, parang lang siya eh. Parang sequel, book 1, book 2, book 3, pero iba-ibang topics. Pero it's
Okay.
all about Kamalayan.
Okay. All right. Thanks for sharing that. And I want to take this opportunity now to mention mine.
Yes,
Um,
lalo na ikaw, OFW. Nako,
yeah. So
importante.
I have um I have 5 books in Amazon right now and working on my sixth. But the latest, the most recent one, the title is Echoes Across Oceans, Seeds of Hope, OFW Tribute, and a Call for a New Philippines.
Yeah, okay.
Call for a New
Beautiful.
Philippines. This is a very, very important book right now, especially for the Filipinos, because I talk about Jose Rizal and his novels and link that to the modern times. So basically, um, what he was teaching in the 1800s is basically still the
The
issue
same.
to this modern day. All right. So we really need to revisit what he was saying and really focus on that. But you know what? The bottom line is it's your consciousness. It all boils
Conscious.
down
Kamalayan.
to consciousness. All right. So the other book, um, what is that? The other book is okay. Let me start from the beginning because I don't remember if I have to go backwards. The first one, which was published in 2020, the title of that one is The Finance Doctor's Tips and Tricks. What You Don't Know Can Hurt You. The first half of the book is about, again, right mindset, right consciousness. And then the second
Exactly.
part would be the theory, the strategies that I use for my clients as far as taxes is concerned, as far as finance is concerned. Why did I start my book and talk about consciousness? Because I can teach all kinds of strategies, but if you don't know, you know, if you don't have the right mindset, you're not going to be able to keep. You're not going to be able to keep your
Exactly.
money and manage your money well. All right. So the second book was published in 2022. The title is We Were Indoctrinated. Now What? That's basically everything that was downloaded to me back in 2021. So whatever it is that's being disclosed right now through the Epstein files, it's basically what I wrote back in 2021. So that's that. And
Wow.
then the third book was titled Twin Flame, Soulmate, and Vipassana. I am a serious Vipassana practitioner. So every opportunity I get, I would share the practice. And in my books, I always have a chapter about Vipassana. And then the one, two, three, fourth book is titled Love is the Greatest Healer. Why that title? Because at the end of the day, that's our goal. Love is like the highest frequency. No, authenticity is the highest frequency, but love is about 500 hertz in the emotion frequency scale, very high. So on one of our talks, Sir Tato Malay discussed love and fear, right? So whenever you're in
Mm.
fear,
Love and
you're not in
relationships.
love. When you're in love, it's not just relationship romantically. Okay, we're talking about um eh, in this book, I talk about not relationship, but I'm talking about us collectively because we are all
Yep.
one, we are all connected. And at the end of the day, love is the greatest healer. So that's what that is. And then again, like I said earlier, my latest book is about OFW tribute because my family is an OFW in the Philippines, in the United States. We migrated in the United States in the 80s, and then I'm called to write this book. And the reason being is because I didn't go to school. I didn't go to school in the Philippines um, to learn the Philippine history. So I don't know anything about the history of the Philippines. That's why when I wrote this book, I was very excited because I was learning all the things that I didn't learn because I I learned the American history instead when I was in school. So, anyway, so those are the books. They're all available in audio, Kindle, and paperback in Amazon and in Barnes and Noble. All right. Anything
Okay.
else you want to add, Sir
Well,
Tato?
I would like to promote also the books of
Sir
uh, of
Philip.
um, Philip Philip
Yes,
Atesano.
yes.
He actually wrote, well, two books already are out, but the third one is still in the writing stage. But the books are um, the rising. The title is The Rising Wave: The Quantum Within Daily Life. So practically, that's the first book. I forgot the title of the second one, but it's actually a series. So book one, book two, book three. So it's all under one title. So the Rising Wave. So, but he has three books already lined up. So we have a lot of things to offer. Maybe people just need to really get to see them physically para lang to get that kind of interest. And maybe as I've experienced it in the past, I had book signings, and that's the real best part because when you have book signings, my God, grabe ang linya, ang haba. Talagang they buy the book and then people get to line up for your autograph and nakakatuwa yung mga ganung experiences. And you can only do that if you have the physical book now. So yeah, we need to actually do that again and have it distributed like in different universities, different schools worldwide. We're not talking about the Philippines only. I experienced that already. I have my books already in top universities abroad. Kaya mayabang ako eh, in a way. Kasi I have proof eh. I mean, hindi naman ako hearsay lang. I mean, you can check it out. I give you the links. So you get to see them there. So we are all qualified to teach about consciousness, especially now in this day and age. People did not, I mean, people don't know exactly where to go to. And here we are offering ourselves to guide them to talk about how to really be able to uplift or really shift their consciousness to a higher level so that they can really now be part of the new world that we're now trying to create. Well, that's it.
Exactly, because if you don't know what we're creating, then how are you going to be able to create with us? So it's very
Yes.
important that you know what's going on. And like I said earlier, a lot of people are not, they don't even have time to learn about anything else because they're so focused on just putting food on the table, right? So
Exactly.
you really need to pause. That's important, but you really have to pause and think about, look at everything that's going on right now in the world, and we are shifting. That's inevitable. That's happening. So you don't want to miss the boat, and we are here to help you. At the end of the day, the goal is to raise your vibration, but it's not that easy. Not that easy.
I
Because
mean,
you
it took
have
me
to
25 years. I mean, it's been 25 years. I mean, I've been doing the same thing, teaching people. And we're still on stage one.
Yeah, but with this solar flash that's going to hit us, it's gonna be
Yeah, I
a
think
game changer.
eto na eh. That's why parang ginising ako last night eh. Hey, your Kamalayan movement, you have to now, make it happen. I mean, make people be part of your movement. Parang ganun eh. Parang it is now needed for people to become members, I mean, become a member of. So not just, encountering us in Facebook or in pero talagang being an active member. That's what
That's
we now
funny
are going
that
to make happen.
it's funny
Yep.
that you mentioned that you're having that discussion. I'm also having that discussion with Source the last couple of days, nights, because I said this doesn't make sense. If you want, the light workers, the star seeds, all the
To awaken.
incarnated souls here to do their job, then do something, help us, because you're not helping us right now. You're not
Actually,
helping
okay.
us right now. I feel that we have so much pressure of maintaining our own sanity and having to take care of others as well. So I said, the last thing that we wanted to do is, think about, um, because we cannot, at the end of the day, we cannot help anybody unless we're whole, unless we're
Actually,
taken
okay.
care of. So, I
This is
mean,
okay. This is what I actually got to really understand. We're not going to awaken just the people. The people, mahirap yan. But the more important people that we need to awaken are the star seeds themselves who are still sleeping, asleep. They still don't know who they are. Now we have to now make them, step up already. That hey, you're here as a star seed. You need to do your job. I mean, ako nga, I'm one of the first volunteers. So, kumbaga patapos na ako, nagkaroon na ng second wave, third wave. Eto na yun, yung third wave, natutulog pa eh. And somehow parang they need to now be awakened. So yun ang ginigising ko actually, yung mga star seeds eh. Hindi na yung ordinary people eh. But the star seeds themselves have to be, yun ang igagather natin sa I Am Kamalayan movement, yung mga star seeds. Eh.
yeah, they're
Yung
gonna be the
talagang they'll be the
leaders.
ones. They'll be the leaders talaga. They'll be part
Mhm.
of us. Kasi they'll be able to understand what we're talking about immediately. Eh. So, yun yung kailangan natin gisingin, the star seeds. But we need to make them be aware of our presence. I mean, our presence would be felt through this maybe the mga book fairs na because many of them are attending those book fairs. Eh. Kasi I can see them and they're looking for new things to learn. Eh. And somehow parang bakit wala rito about kamalayan or consciousness? Sabi ko, I need to be the next book fair, dapat may book ako dito sa ano na ito na kailangan kong i-offer dito sa mga nag-a-attend dito. Kasi ang dami nila eh. But, kung sa ano-ano lang yung binibili nila, sayang. But they're already there. I can sense mga star seeds to eh. Kasi when I met them close enough, I could feel a different way of the kind of energy that they were possessing. Eh. Parang iba ito. But again, well, we need to really make our presence felt as well. So siguro now we had gathered together, tayo Philip, and we have a strong presence. So that's what we'll be doing in the next few months. Okay.
Okay, sounds
So,
good. I don't have anything
yep.
else to add. So thank you, Sir Tato, for being here with us
Yeah,
and
thank you
again
also
sharing your
for,
movement with us
yep.
and your books. So do you want to plug your
Oh,
Kamalayan?
on Friday we'll be having our Kamalayan Cafe session again at Seattle's Best Coffee, Glorieta 3, ground floor at 3 p.m. So hope to see you there. We didn't have it last Friday because it was Good Friday. I didn't want naman people to go out of their houses and, at them, somehow parang their family would need them more at that time. So midug ko lang one day lang ulit. So this coming Friday, April 10. So hope to see you guys there and really be part of our Kamalayan movement. Yun ang kung ko talaga. I mean, I think that's going to be my topic on Friday. Activate Kamalayan movement.
All right,
Ito,
sounds good. Thank you everyone for watching and reach out to Sir Tato Malay or to me with any concerns, comments, or topics that you guys want us to discuss. We would be open to. All right, bye. See you guys next week.
bye. Thank you.